that in the summer the idea is still to do many things. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, many things to mention on Real Madrid, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Maresca, Nwaneri, also Man United injury emergency. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, unfortunately many bad news in terms of injuries in the recent days. Akanji at Manchester City, out for 8-10 weeks. Kai Havertz at Arsenal, as we mentioned already. If you want to know the whole strategy of Arsenal, you find all the other videos here on the channel with all the latest. But Havertz out till the end of the season. And now also the news on Amad Diallo, season over also for Amad. My understanding is that in the next 24-48 hours, Amad will undergo surgery. He suffered an ankle injury, and so Amad will be out until the end of the season. Full focus on returning for the new season 25-26 in the best shape possible. That's the decision of the staff together with the player, and so full focus on new season for Amad Diallo. So bad news for Manchester United. What we can guarantee is that after deciding not to invest big money in January because of financial fair play, Man United have always been very clear on that. Even here, I remember in November, in December, despite all the stories, all the rumors, I always told you Man United will have to be careful, quiet on the January market because they need to sell players to sign players. That's the idea, that's the view, that's the only way possible with financial fair play. I can guarantee that in the summer the idea is still to do many things to cover several positions, many things also in terms of outgoings. That's absolutely important. Many players expected to leave. We always mention Christian Eriksen and others, but in general, Man United will change a lot in terms of players who could leave, again, Eriksen, but also Lindelof and more, so it's going to be a busy summer, but also up front, they need players, especially after Marcus Rashford left, and Man United decided not to sign anyone in January apart from Patrick Dorgu, but obviously he's not an offensive player, he's a left wing back, and so that's why Man United, now even more with these injuries, the focus is on the summer window to get new signings, but it's important to understand what happens in terms of European competitions. The Champions League spot, that's the idea for Chelsea, what Chelsea want for this season, but Enzo Maresca keeps repeating how the mission from Chelsea owners, management, they gave him at the beginning of the season was not Champions League already this season, but in the next 2 years, so this and next season. But what I can tell you guys is that despite the recent results, and I understand the frustration I see on social media and everywhere from Chelsea fans in terms of results in the last few months, what we can say is that internally at Chelsea they remain convinced that Enzo Maresca is the right man for the job. So there is no danger, no problem, no issues. Obviously, Chelsea had many issues in terms of injuries. The January market was not easy. So in general, for Chelsea, is not the best moment, but for the long term, Chelsea remain very happy with Enzo Maresca, very happy with the approach he has with the players, the tactical approach, the mentality he's giving to the team. So obviously it's not the best moment, but in terms of long-term view, Chelsea are not changing their mind on Enzo Maresca. That's what I can tell you now in February. Then in football, we know how things can change everywhere, in any club, in any country, for any manager, in 5 minutes. But today, Chelsea absolutely see Enzo Maresca as the right manager for present and future. So they are building with Enzo Maresca, and they are already having meetings for the summer transfer window with Enzo Maresca. So he's 100% involved in the summer plan, preparing the signings, preparing the positions they want to cover and they have to cover in the summer. So Enzo Maresca is 100% involved, and also Chelsea are already planning for the summer window. It's going to be an important one for the Blues. It's also going to be important, guys, to clarify what happens at Arsenal in terms of contrast, because we said about the injury of Kai Havertz, but they have some proper gems at Arsenal. And so first of all, congratulations to Arsenal, because producing and trusting young talents like Lewis Kelly and like Nwaneri is not easy at all. Premier League football, Champions League football, always be competitive, always be at the best level possible. A lot of pressure, a lot of criticism sometimes in modern football, but Arsenal are trusting their youngsters because of the injuries, of course, but not only. Even when players were available, Arteta was always giving a chance to these players. And now what we can say is that Arsenal is making progress on new contracts for Lewis Kelly and for Nwaneri. Nwaneri is doing great. Nwaneri is doing fantastic. This boy is incredible. Also Lewis Kelly. I can guarantee to you that Thomas Tuchel is following these two players for the future of England, especially Lewis Kelly. Maybe in March could be already involved in the squad for England national team. It's not guaranteed yet, but it's just an idea they are discussing internally, Thomas Tuchel and his coaching staff. What's important to say on Nwaneri is that the progress on new contract for him and for Lewis Kelly is very good in this moment. So the expectation is to get everything ready very soon, and so the idea is to advance, but already the recent contacts have been very positive, and so Arsenal are preparing the future with Nwaneri and with Lewis Kelly. Then guys, it's important to say something on another top talent, a player I love personally, Nico Paz. I was following this boy since he was in the youth team of Real Madrid. I was there in Madrid 2 years ago. I had the chance to meet him. He's a super serious boy, top talent, 6 goals, 4 assists in Serie A on his first season as a regular starter, 20 years old, Nico Paz. He will be called up by Argentina again in March. It's a decision already made by Lionel Scaloni, so if there will be no injuries, Nico Paz will be there. But it's also important to say on Nico Paz that Real Madrid keep monitoring every single game of Nico. They really like him internally at Real Madrid. They believe that solution, send the player to Como and then have a buyback clause, was the best solution possible for the player, for Real Madrid vision, and also for Como. Very happy with the player. But what's important to mention today is that Real Madrid keep following the boy. Sensational goal against Fiorentina today in Serie A, but Real Madrid have 3 clauses for Nico Paz. First of all, they have 50% sell-on clause. So in that case, 50% of the player is for Real Madrid. But the buyback clauses are 3. One is for this summer, summer 25, 8 million euros. The second, summer 26, is 9 million euros, and then the last one, the following summer, 27, is 10 million euros. I can guarantee to you that internally Real Madrid are very happy with the progress of Nico Paz. So they like the player, they don't want to lose control on the player. That's the clear message from Real Madrid. Nico Paz is also in love with Real Madrid. He dreams of Real Madrid return one day, but he knows how important it is in this moment of his career to play. So the decision will be made at the end of the season, but for sure Real Madrid are discussing internally about the great progress of Nico Paz, and then they will discuss also with the player to understand what he wants to do at the end of the current season. But for sure Real Madrid will maintain control on Nico because he's doing fantastic. Real Madrid are very happy with his progress. Let me complete, guys, answering many of your questions again on Trent Alexander-Arnold. I keep receiving questions every time there is a new article from England, from Spain on Trent. Guys, the situation has not changed. We still don't have substantial changes, updates, or news, but I can keep repeating what I told you in March 2024, 1 year ago, is that Real Madrid consider Trent their top target for summer 25. So for now, Real Madrid see Trent as a top target. Position number 1, number 2, number 3 of the short list for fullbacks and defenders at Real Madrid. So even more than Alphonso Davies, who was in the list and now extended his contract at Bayern. But even before, you remember when we had the Alphonso story, I was here repeating, Trent is the top target for Real Madrid. And he remains, again today, a top target. But at the moment, still nothing completed or made. Also waiting to see what happens between Trent and Liverpool over new deal. And so guys, tell me your thoughts on all these stories. I wait for your opinion here in comments. As always, let me know. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, turn on the notification bell because we will be around, Champions League and more. See you. Ciao.